Hi students, in this video we are going to solve problems from NCERT textbook. The question is the ratio of sum of m and n terms of an AP is m square is to n square. Show that the ratio of the mth and nth term is 2m minus 1 is to 2n minus 1. I will explain the question and then we will get into the solution. It is given that the ratio of the sum of m and n terms of an AP is m square divided by is to n square. We know that ratio can be written in the form of a fraction. Hence, sum of m terms divided by sum of n terms. This fraction value, this division value is given as m square divided by n square. And then from this we need to find out the ratio of mth term, that is Tm divided by Tn ratio is equal to something 2m minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1. Since we want to find it out the mth term and nth term ratio, we need the value required to calculate Tm and Tn. We know that Tn formula is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Here m and n are constant, hence we must calculate a and d. If we calculate the value of a and d of this particular AP, then it will be easy for us to solve the problem. Now we will get into the problem. Whatever I have explained here is written here. We got this information from the question and we are expected to prove it. Now from the given statement we will try to find out the value of a and d, right? So we will get into the solution. Sum of m terms, we know that m by 2 into 2a plus m minus 1 into d. Here in this AP we take the first term as a small a and common difference as d. Sum of n terms, the formula is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here 2 got cancelled and it is given in the problem that the value is m square divided by n square. Now this m can be transferred to opposite side and n can be transferred to opposite side and we can cancel it. So we get 2a plus m minus 1 into d divided by 2a plus n minus 1 into d value as m divided by n, and then we can do the cross multiplication. When we do the cross multiplication, we get this expression. After that we are multiplying this n inside the bracket, so we get 2an plus n into d into m, so mnd, nd minus 1, so minus nd. Similarly this m is multiplied inside the bracket. Here we have mnd, here also we have mnd, both of them got cancelled. Now we got 2an minus 2am minus nd and plus md. Now what we can do is from this expression we can take 2a as common, so we get n minus m. Similarly here also we can take minus d as common, so that we will get this same expression here. So we take minus d as common, so we get n minus m. From this expression we can take n minus m as common and then it can be transferred to opposite side. Finally we'll calculate the value of d is equal to 2a. Now we got the value of 2d value, that is 2a. Now we need to calculate this ratio. We know that mth term of an AP is given by a plus n minus 1 into d. We are just going to apply that formula. So Tm is equal to a plus m minus 1 into d, Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. We got the value of d as 2a, so that is what is substituted, and then this 2a is multiplied inside the bracket and then we are doing the simplification. We get this final answer. I hope you can understand this problem. Now we move on to next question. If the sum of n terms of an AP is 3n square plus 5n and its mth term is 164, find the value of m. Here it is given that sum of n terms of an AP is 3n square plus 5n. Using this expression you can find out the first term value and the second term value, because it is given as mth term is 164. Mth term means Tm is equal to a plus m minus 1 into d is equal to 164. If we calculate a and d value, and then we can find out this m value easily. So our aim is to calculate the first term of an AP and the common difference of the AP. In order to get the common difference, we must know second term as well. So d can be calculated using T2 minus T1 formula. So we are calculating first term, sum of one term, that is first term. When we substitute n value as 1 in this expression, we get the value of 8. And then we are calculating sum of two terms. Hence, in place of n, we will substitute 2. So we get this value. We know that sum of two term means first term plus second term. And we can, if we subtract this S1 from S2, we will get T2. Based on the observation, you can find it out. We get the value of 14. Now we got the first term as well as second term. That is, first term is equal to A. We got the value of A. Now we need the common difference value. T2 minus T1 will give you common difference. This turns out to be 16. Now we have to calculate m value. So Tm is equal to 164 A plus m minus 1 into D. Now we can do further simplification, by which we can very easily calculate the value of m here. That turns out to be 27. With this, we are completing the arithmetic progression related problems. Now we are going to see about arithmetic mean, which is also a concept in arithmetic progression only. Now we will learn about arithmetic mean, and then we will solve problems related to this concept. If small a, capital A, small b are in AP, it means that A is the first term, capital A is the second term, small b is the third term of an AP. Then we say that A is the arithmetic mean between A and B. That is, arithmetic mean is calculated by A plus B divided by 2, which is A. Now, if A is the arithmetic mean of A and B, means definitely A comma small a comma capital A comma small b must be in AP. And now we are going to derive this formula. We know that term 2 minus term 1 gives us common difference. The same common difference can be calculated by subtracting T2 from T1. So B minus A. Based on this, we can say capital A minus small a is equal to small b minus capital A, because both of them are equal to common difference. So when we transfer this minus a to the opposite side, capital A to the opposite side, small a to another opposite side, we get 2a is equal to b minus a, from which we can see a is equal to b plus a divided by 2, otherwise a plus b by 2. I hope you can understand this. The arithmetic mean can be calculated if two terms in an AP is given, means the arithmetic mean can be calculated by adding first and third term divided by 2. Now we are going to see the next very important concept in arithmetic mean concept. Based on this concept only, we will get questions in textbook. N arithmetic means between A and B. Actually here an AP is formed using these two values. A is the first term and B is the last term of an AP. Using these two numbers, we have to form an AP in such a way that A is the first one, B is the last term. So we are inserting n arithmetic mean, but it must form the AP. That is the condition. How it can be calculated, that is what we are going to see here. We say that x1, x2 and so on, xn be n arithmetic means between A and B. You know that first term is A, last term is equal to B. Here already n arithmetic means are there. A is the first term, n arithmetic means are there. So there are n plus 1 terms up to this. This value t is tn plus 1. This one will be, last term will be tn plus 2. Right, so that is what is written here. This is T1, this is T2, like this T3. If you observe it here, 1 is there, means 1 plus 1 is 2. Here x2 is the third term, 2 plus 1, this 3. Similarly T4, 3 plus 1. Similarly n means n plus 1. The next term is tn plus 2. So last term is equal to tn plus 2. We know that common difference normally is denoted as D. So tn plus 2 is equal to, value is given as B. B is equal to A plus n plus 2 minus 1. Then serial number minus 1 into D. When we simplify it, we get n plus 1 D. Our aim is to calculate difference. The reason is we need to form an AP using this small a and capital B. In between we have to insert n arithmetic means. They must be AP. Hence we are just trying to calculate the common difference, because when we know the first term and the common difference D, we can form the AP series. Hence we are just trying to calculate D. So A plus n plus 1 is equal to D, from which we can calculate D is equal to, this A can be transferred to opposite side, and then n plus 1 can be transferred to opposite side. So we are calculating the D value as B minus A divided by n plus 1. Here n talks about number of arithmetic means that should be inserted between A and B. A is the first term, B is the last term of the AP that it is going to form. So when we know the first term, if we add D, we will get the second term. Second term is denoted as x1 because it is arithmetic mean 1. So A plus, we are substituting this D. And term 3 can be calculated using A plus 2D. So A is written, 2 is written, in place of D we are substituting like this we can calculate. So the main important concept that we have to remember here is how to calculate this common difference using the given values A, B and n. If we know this formula, then it will be very easy for us to solve the problem. The question is, insert 5 numbers between 8 and 26 such that the resulting sequence is an AP. So we are given only 2 numbers, 8 and 26, in which 8 should be the first term, 26 should be the last term, and in between 8 and 26 we must insert 5 number. After inserting those 5 numbers, if we take up that sequence, it must be an arithmetic progression. In order to form an arithmetic progression, you know that you must have the value of first term. Here value of the first term is given. After that you must know common difference. Once you know the common difference, you can form an AP. Hence in this problem our aim is to calculate this common difference. After that we can form an AP. So if you observe it, 8 is the first term, 26 is the last term. In between it we are we are inserting 5 numbers. Hence 26 is the T7, because this is T1, 8 is a T1, T2 is A1, T2 is arithmetic 3, then T4 is equal to A3. So we will get 26 as T7. So T7 is equal to, from this we can calculate it, otherwise we can use the formula D is equal to B minus A plus n divided by n plus 1. Here n talks about the number of arithmetic means that we need to insert. Here B value is 26, A value is equal to 8 divided by number of arithmetic means that we have to insert is 5. So 5 plus 1. So when we simplify it, we get the common difference as 3. Once we get the first value and the common difference, we can form an AP. Now when we write like this, we are getting the last term as 26, first term as 8, and we have inserted 5 arithmetic mean between them. I hope you can understand this problem if you know how to calculate value of common difference. And the next and final question, if a power n plus b power n divided by a power n minus 1 plus b power n minus 1 is the arithmetic mean between small a and small b, means find n. So first term is a, last term is b. We have only 2, in which this is the only arithmetic mean we have, means we can use this formula. Otherwise we can use the previous concept also, this concept also, to solve it. So we are just using this concept because already we have seen it. If we have to insert only one arithmetic mean between these two means, we can use this formula. We are just using that formula. Arithmetic mean between, only one arithmetic mean is inserted between a and b. Hence we are using this a plus b divided by 2. This is the only arithmetic mean, and this arithmetic mean is given as a power n plus b power n divided by a power n minus 1 plus b power n minus 1. Now what we do is, our aim is to calculate the value of n. So we are just simplifying this expression. We are just doing cross multiplication. So we get 2 times of a power n plus 2 times of b power n is equal to, when we multiply this, we are getting a power n plus a into b power n minus 1 plus a power n minus 1 into b plus bn, and here if you observe it, there are 2 an is there 1 an, so we can cancel it, we will get an. 2 bn is there, here 1 bn is there, and then remaining terms are written as it is. Now we are transferring all terms to the left side, and then from this expression, from this first two terms we are taking a as common, so we get a power n minus 1 minus b power n minus 1. From these two terms we are taking b as common, so we get b as common, so we get b power n minus 1 minus a power n minus 1. Here if you observe it, here we have plus a power n minus 1, but here we have minus a power n minus 1. Here minus b power n minus 1 plus b power n minus 1. Hence from this expression we are taking minus sign as common, so we get a power n minus 1 minus b power n minus 1. Now if you observe this expression, in the first term as well as in the second term we have a power n minus 1 minus b power n minus 1 as common. We are taking it, we are getting a minus b equal to this expression equal to 0. Either this can be 0 or this can be 0, so that we can get the value. But a minus b cannot be equal to 0, because a minus b equal to 0 means we get a is equal to b. So the entire expression will become completely changed. Hence it cannot be there equal to 0. So a power n minus 1 minus b power n minus 1 should be equal to 0. We are transferring this b power n minus 1 because our aim is to calculate value of n. So we are just bringing it down, so we get the value of 1 here, and we using the exponential formula we can convert this as a by b to the power of n minus 1, which is equal to 1. 1 can be written as anything power 0, so we are writing it as a by b whole power 0. When these two exponents are same, base must be same, power must be same. Hence we are equating the power n minus 1 equal to 0, from which we can say n value is equal to 1. With this we have completed arithmetic progression concept in 11th standard. In the next video we will learn about geometric progression. Thank you students, thanks for your cooperation.